Shedeur Sanders shows up in full speed doing a workout in the rain and doesn't lose. As the tough battle for the Browns starting quarterback job continues, there's no time to waste. That's the message Shedeur Sanders is sending, unaware of what the other quarterbacks vying for the Cleveland Browns starting position are doing. The rookie from the Colorado Buffaloes continues his preparation, undeterred even by the rain. The issues Shedeur faced after reports of receiving 2 speeding violations are gradually fading into the past. Now his focus is entirely on what lies ahead. Shedeur Sanders trains in the rain and seems unstoppable. The Cleveland Browns will begin their training camp on Wednesday, July 23, when things will get even more serious. But in the meantime, Shedeur Sanders isn't slowing down, fine-tuning details to be ready when his opportunity arises. The Browns quarterback is in Miami, Florida, training for what's to come in his professional career. The Browns rookie quarterback is training in Miami as he awaits the start of training camp. Shedeur is grinding at the crib, stated a post by 305 Sports on Instagram, noting that he's working with his trainer, Darryl Colbert, at Immaculata LaSalle High School. Pay attention to the details in the video, as the player is seen going full throttle, throwing precise passes to his targets, and it's clear that not even the rain can stop him. Although Joe Flacco or Kenny Pickett are projected to take the starting quarterback role for the Cleveland Browns, this isn't enough to discourage Shedeur Sanders, who knows that anything can happen in the NFL. There's still a slim chance he could win the starting job, or at the very least, get an opportunity as the season progresses. When that moment comes, Shedeur wants to be ready, which is why he's seizing every second to refine his skills and avoid any surprises when it's his turn to lead the Cleveland Browns offense. The rain came down like judgment, not soft, not poetic. Sheets of it slicing through the gray Cleveland morning, turning the practice field into a war zone of slick turf and grit. But Shedeur Sanders didn't flinch. Not when the lighting rolled distant across Lake Erie, not when the ball was a bar of soap and soap gloves, not when other quarterbacks had already jogged to the sideline, pulling off helmets and calling it a day. He was still out there, alone, helmet on, eyes locked, feet dancing in tempo. This was not a stunt for social media. Not some Dion-inspired primetime theater. This was personal. The Browns' quarterback competition was deeper than it had been in years. Veterans hungry to reclaim status, rookies with something to prove. But Shedeur, he was different. He was playing for identity, for silence. For every pundit that labeled him a hype product, writing his father's name, his old NIL deals, or flashy Colorado highlight reels, he heard it all. And on this storm-slick field, he was building his rebuttal, not with words, but with work. The ball snapped from the trainer. Rain blurred his vision, but Shedeur moved on instinct. Quick hitch, perfect pocket footwork, shoulders square, release, crack. The ball zipped like it had been launched from a railgun, 30 yards downfield into the padded net. One rep, then again, another, then another. His cleats churned mud into mist. Sweat mixed with rain, until the difference didn't matter. In the distance, Coach Stefanski watched from under a canopy, arms folded, his expression unreadable. The other QBs, 3 of them, all more experienced, all physically gifted, watched too. Nobody wanted to say it out loud, but they saw what Shedeur was doing. He wasn't just surviving the weather, he was owning it. Earlier that morning, the quarterback room had been tense. No smiles, no small talk, just tape, stats, and reps. The Browns hadn't named a starter yet. Stefanski had said it would be earned, not given. The weight of that sentence sat heavy on every quarterback's shoulders. The vet, Marcus Turner, had looked solid all camp. Smart reads, quick release, safe hands, but he lacked spark, the kind of electricity that made fans believe. Then there was Javon Gentry, the dual-threat phenom from LSU, with legs like a running back and a cannon for an arm, dangerous but erratic. And then there was Shedeur. Some thought he was too raw, too flashy, that he wouldn't be able to lead a locker room full of grown men in the dog-eat-dog world of the NFL, but no one ever questioned his work ethic. And today, in the rain, that work was undeniable. The session ended hours later than scheduled. The field was practically soaked. Trainers begged players to hit the showers. Most did. Shedeur stayed. He moved to the end zone, his cleats squelching in the soft earth. He lined up cones and began a gauntlet. Cutting, spinning, sliding, throwing on the run, repeating, again. Each movement was precision and chaos. Each throw carried urgency, the kind only a man on a mission can channel. By now, cameras had begun to circle the field. A few teammates, offensive linemen mostly, stood on the sidelines nodding. Some clapped. There was no cheering, just a silent, growing respect. They'd seen a lot of players grind in camp, but not like this. Not when no one asked him to. Not when the sky begged you to quit. And still, he moved, eyes up, breathing steady. He wasn't just trying to win a starting job, he was demanding it.